Peace, everybody. Check this out, right? Yes, this is another video about unemployment. No joyful joy discussions and twerking videos and jokes currently right now. No talks about cryptocurrency. Currently, I'm doing segments on unemployment in the U.S. and specifically directing this towards African Americans, which pretty much everybody else could gauge the fuck what's going on. If you see African Americans, some 9 times out of 10, you know, it may be happening to you. So today we're going to discuss these unemployment, some unemployment stuff that's going on again. So right now, as you see, we have this gap in U.S. black and white unemployment rate is widest in 5 years. You know, this shit, it gets to a point where this shit gets sickening to see, to where it's all this color shit. Like, I understand stuff has to be categorized. Whether they categorize properly or not, you know, it's due to law. You know, so we pretty much have a bunch of old bastards in government right now that's been around for 100 years, you know, doing the same shit, which is nothing. Okay, and it's clearly to be seen in government today, 2020, June 3rd, 2020, right? June 2nd, 2020. July 2nd, 2020. Sorry about that. That the same shit has been going on, no telling how long, and the same government officials that been there been doing the same thing. The new government officials that came in before Trump did is doing the same shit. And the public pretty much see what's going on currently. We know the black community lost, white community gained 17 million millionaires or something like that, and the black people lost, and the so-called African American or black African American in the U.S. lost their wealth up under Obama. Also up under Obama, we see that there were a lot of racial attacks against black people. You know, all these white supremacists, the only people they know how to attack is black people, you know. So, but they you know, against everybody. Now, the point of this discussion is the unemployment rate. I'm gonna click off of this, right? Since everything is black and white, that's how they apparently want us to see anyway. It's the color. They don't want you to see your race specifically. They just want you to see black and white. It's a benefit, right, to them, not to you. Check this out. Wall Street Journal. The United States unemployment rate fell, right, to 11.1% in June. Congratulations, U.S. Oh my God. It's a miracle. 11.1% in June. Jobs report doesn't reflect recent business closures in response to the coronavirus and related layoffs. Right? And as you see this video, black workers face slower economic recovery. Look at this lie. Right? Right? Now, if you look at my previous videos, I show data pertaining to African Americans' wealth. Not only have I showed factual data pertaining to African Americans' wealth, the American descendants of slaves movement, they show data specific data pertaining to that they have curated pertaining to African Americans, what we call African Americans or American descendants of slaves, okay, wealth in this country, which is not. So a recovery isn't nothing without this group of people, specific group of people having help. Now, if there's other people that need help, that's that's one thing, but currently this specific group that been here for over 400 years definitely need help, right? So you look at this stuff and you understand that it has to be way worse than this. Not my opinion. I will be doing a data video pertaining to different areas. Since I'm from St. Louis, this will be done specifically for different areas in St. Louis when it comes to African Americans. If this unemployment rate goes up 11.1%, don't forget that a lot of people in professions were fired. So this were laid off or lost their jobs, right? So this 11.1% can pertain to these people who have professions as far as degrees and stuff of this nature, right? And professional jobs. Let's go. White collar jobs, right? CNBC, nearly half the U.S. population is without a job. Are you all seeing this? This is June 29th, right? That's about 4 or 5 days ago. And updated June 30th. It was updated June 30th the next day. Right? So, about 5, 6 days ago, they just did 4 or 5 days ago, they just did a report saying that nearly half of the U.S. population is without a job. Without a job. Showing how far the labor recovery has to go. So you have one article here, right, that talks about, that was written, right, today, right, talking about how good the economy seemed like it may, well, it really didn't say how good it's doing, but showing you that it went up 11%. But 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, you have this article to take. So this isn't shit, right? Right? 11.1% isn't shit. Now, mind you, the U.S. is at 46 million, right? Million human beings without jobs or any form of employment, right? 46 million, let that sink in, because some of you all may not understand what that means, right? And let me show you something else, right? Nearly half of the U.S. population is without a job, showing how far the labor recovery has to go, right? Now, check this out. This is from CNBC. U.S. consumers defer payments on more than 100 million loans. Let me tell you something. I'm in California. Let me tell you about this place. Boy, people are behind on shit like a person that hadn't used the bathroom in 2 weeks, okay? The glamour life is not all that glamorous, right? When you had a careless system ran by old careless politicians, black sellouts, white old fogies that are all comfortable in their positions, right? These old fogies, you go down the list of some of these people been around since Martin Luther King was in office type shit. Look at the years on some of these people. You're like, damn, 50 years? Niggas been in office half a century, 40 years, and then expect stuff to change. Listen, you got family that's congressmen that own slaves that don't want to change nothing for people that they wrote, that their families rolled the backs on, right? It don't matter how people became slaves. You know, I understand my history, right? It's different ways people became slaves, but in the end, these slaves was mortgaged off at certain points. We know rape, killings, slaughters, everything, right? This is not anything new. But you got people that's in Congress running everything, right? That's been around for all these years that haven't done anything. You talk to them about reparations, they haven't done it. They say no, right? They say no just because. No, I don't think they should get anything, but everybody else should get something, right? A bunch of hypocritical, self-interest people. And the U.S. image has always been built off this country cared about people. I call for people to get rid of those people that's in office. We need to vote new people in, and don't fucking forget who has always been there. Don't you forget all these politicians. Don't you forget the police officers that fucked with you and that fucked around with other people, that killed people, right? We can't forget any of these people in these positions, because if we do, then we're all in a threat outside of them being in that profession, right? So what are we supposed to do with this level of unemployment? Check this out. In a survey of nearly 24,000 restaurants, Yelp finds that 53% have permanently closed. That's half of the 24,000, right? So what if they do another 24,000 restaurants? Now they said nearly, which means 24, right? So these are permanently closed jobs, right? Permanently closed. Not 50, 53%. Black people, what are we going to do, right? Latinos, what are we going to do, right? I'm not concerned about Indians, right? But people always talk about yellow and black and minor. This ain't the time for none of that bullshit. Right now is the time for people. People need to help people, right? Kareem Gaines, bless you, sister. R.I.P. May God bless you. And, y'all won. They awarded your family some more funds. But sorry that you had to pass for that. At this point in time, the cop that killed you hasn't been held liable for the incident. But R.I.P. Much love, blessings to Vanessa Gillian. That was in the military. These things shouldn't happen. Like I said, one incident police, another incident military. Thanks a lot, America. We see this country for what it is today. And a lot of my so-called white listeners and subscribers, man, bless y'all. Because if it wasn't for a lot of you all holding a lot of this shit down, man, honestly, man, I don't know what the fuck a lot of black people would be. Man, bless y'all, man, and stay up. And build your own things, man. Network and build your own stuff with good people. And far as I fucking see it, I want out. I don't want if God can spur me and put the energy around me to bless me, I don't want to be sitting back holding my fists up talking about some Black Lives Matter shit that end up getting subverted to some, I'm using the phrase Black Lives, but I'm thinking I'm using it as a phrase and meaning, but it end up becoming an organization that may get subverted. All this, I don't want anything to do. I just want to be left alone, right? I just want me and my children. I just want everybody to be good so we can progress. The U.S. is supposed to be better than this. What I propose is for people to get together, do their own shit together as a group, and say, leave me alone. All right? Peace, people. Look out for the next video. The next video is going to be interesting also. I just want to do a rant, go through these articles. My next video is going to be on DAPS, It's an important thing to understand decentralization and blockchain technologies and cryptocurrency, especially at this point in time when you have congressmen and stuff like this, congressmen and women, all these gang members, Democrat and Republican parties in these positions that have this power, sitting back and tell you you can't give reparations, sitting back to you they got to think about giving people unemployment when you got 50% of restaurants just from one survey that's not coming back, and you have over 40 and 50 some million people unemployed. We need to do our own fuck these people. Remember who they are, right? And get with good people, and do something for ourselves. Land and all, right? Land for sale in the U.S. They sell to all the foreign people, right? Right? Let's get it together, people. Peace.